Hello viewers, welcome to May-June 2018 WAEC, also known as WASSCE, past questions and detailed solution, general mathematics / mathematics core, paper 1, objective test, questions 1 to 50, solution to 50 questions in one video. Question 1. Simplify root 108 plus root 125 minus root 75. What you must do here first is to express this single form of surds to their basic form. In basic form, you look for a factor of each number that is a perfect number to express them in basic form. So you have the given problem. In 108, you have 36 times 3 plus in 125, you have 25 times 5 minus in 75, you have 25 times 3. Root of 36 is 6, so you have 6 root 3. Root of 25 is 5, so you have 5 root 5 minus 5 root 3. You can only add or subtract similar surd. So you have 6 root 3 minus 5 root 3 is simply root 3 plus 5 root 3. You cannot add different surd together. So A is the correct option. Question 2. Evaluate bracket open 64 power half plus 125 power 1 over 3 bracket close all squared. You have the problem. Power of half simply means root, so you have square root of 64. Power of 1 over 3 simply means cube root, so you have cube root of 125 all squared. So for 64, the square root is 8. For 125, the cube root is 5. When you add, you have 13 squared, which is equal to 169. C is the correct option. Question 3. Given that y varies inversely as the square of s, if s equal to 3 and y equal to 100, find the equation connecting s and y. By inverse variation, you have this interpretation for the problem. In variation, we always replace the symbol of variation with equality sign. As you are doing that, there is introduction of the constant of variation. So you have y equal to k times 1 over s squared, which is k over s squared. The reason you have s equal to 3, y equal to 100 is to enable you find k. So y is 100 equal to k over s squared, that is 3 squared. This implies 100 over 1 equal to k over 9. If you cross multiply, you have k equal to 900. To get the equation, you simply replace this k with 900. So you have y equal to 900 over s squared, which implies y squared equal to 900. B is the correct option. Question 4. Find the value of s for which 32 base 4 is equal to 22 base s. What you do here is to simply convert both numbers to base 10. To do that, you multiply each digit by the respective base. So you have 3 times 4 plus 2 times 4. The position of 2 here is 0 and 3 is 1. You attach 0 to the first base from right. So you have 4 power 0, 4 power 1. The right hand side, you have 2 times s plus 2 times s. The position of 2 is 0, 1. So you have s power 0, s power 1. So you have 2 times 3 plus 2 times 1 because 4 power 0 is 1. You have 2 times s here plus 2 times 1. So you have 12 plus 2 equal to 2s plus 2. Collect like terms. You have 12 plus 2 is 14 minus these 2 when transferred equal to 2s. You have 12s equal to s. To get s, divide both sides by 2. S is equal to 12 over 2, and that is 6. So C is the correct option. Question 5. Simplify 2 whole number 1 over 4 times 3 whole number 1 over 2 divided by 4 whole number 3 over 8. Solution: you need to convert the mixed fractions to improper fractions, and you have it this form. By the rule of Boltzmann, you need to simplify division first, and division of fractions simply means division sign changes to multiplication, and you invert this fraction to 8 over 35. If you cancel out and simplify, you have 9 over 5. To mixed fraction, you have 1 whole number 4 over 3. So 4 over 5, 1 whole number 4 over 5. D is the correct option. Question 6. There are 250 boys and 150 girls in a school. If 60% of the boys and 40% of the girls play football, what percentage of the school play football? So you get 60% of the total population and 40%, then you are good to go. So population of the school, that is 250 plus 150, that is 400. We'll use this one later. But for the boys, 60% of boys play football. That is 60 over 100 times number of boys 250. That simplifies to 150 boys that play football. For girls that play football, you have 40%. That is 40 over 100 times number of girls 150. This simplifies to 60 girls. Now, total number of students who play football, that is 150 plus 60, 210. So for the whole school, number of students that play football becomes 210 over total students 400 times 100, and this simplifies to 52.5%. D is the correct option. Question 7. If log 6s minus 4 base 10 minus log 2 base 10 is equal to 1, solve for s. In the left hand side, you can apply subtraction law of division, subtraction law of logarithm. That means you divide the numbers. When log of numbers with the same basis are subtracted, the numbers are divided. So you have log 6s minus 4 divided by 2. As you are doing that, you need log to base 10 from the right hand side, that can cancel log base 10 on the left. And you know from logarithm of its own base is 1. That is when the number and the base are the same. For that, you can replace 1 with log 10 so that when log to base 10 are equated, you have 6s minus 4 over 2 equal to 10. If you clear fractions, you have 6s minus 4 equal to 20. Collect like terms, 6s is equal to 20 plus 4, and that is 24. To get s, divide both sides by 6, and s is equal to 4. C is the correct option. Question 8. If f equal to 5 over 9c plus 32, find c when f is equal to 98.6. So this is a given equation or expression. F is 98.6. So you have to solve for c. First, let's correct like terms by transferring this to the left hand side, and you have 98.6 minus 32 equal to 5 over 9c. If you subtract, you have 66.6 equal to 5 over 9c. You clear the fraction, and you have 66.6 times 9 equal to 5c equal to 5c. So you have 66.6 times 9 divide by 5 in order to get c. When you do that simple arithmetic, you have 37. So B is the correct option. Question 9. If y plus 2s equal to 4 and y minus 3s equal to minus 1, find the value of s plus 1. You have simultaneous linear equations. You have equation 1, equation 2. We can simply eliminate variable y by subtracting equation 1 and 2. So y minus y is 0. 2s minus 3s, that is 2s plus 3s. You have 5s equal to 4 minus 1. Because you are subtracting, you have 5. Divide through by 5, s is equal to 1. To get y value, substitute s equal to 1 into equation 1. This is equation 1. Anywhere you see s, you put 1, and you have y plus 2 times 1 equal to 4. Collect like terms, you have y equal to 4 minus 2, y is equal to 2. Therefore, s plus y is equal to 1 plus 2, and that is 3. A is the correct option. Question 10. If s ratio y ratio z is equal to 2 ratio 3 ratio 4, evaluate 9s plus 3y over 6z minus 2y. The given ratio simply implies that s is equal to 2, y is equal to 3, and z is equal to 4. So you replace them in the expression. So you have 9 times 2 plus 3 times 3 over 6 times 4 minus 2 times 3. That is 18 plus 9 over 24 minus 6, and you have 27 over 18. Divide through by 9, you have 3 over 2, which simplifies to one whole number 1 over 2. A is the correct option. Petakus Simplified Maths. If you are viewing and watching from YouTube, ensure that you subscribe, like and share PSM videos. If you are viewing and watching from Facebook, follow and like the page. Also share PSM videos. Question 11. Simplify 2 minus 18m squared over 1 plus 3m. This is the given problem. We can factor out 2 from the numerator, and you have 2 bracket open 1 minus 9m squared. Here we can look at it as difference of 2 squared because we can express 1 minus 9m squared to be a squared minus b squared. You can write 1 as 1 square, nothing changes. You write 9 as 3 square, then m square. Here simplifies to a single term. So you have 2 bracket open, 1 squared minus 3m all squared bracket close over 1 plus 3m. By difference of 2 squares, this factorize to this, and you cancel this with this, and you have 2 bracket open 1 minus 3m bracket close. A is the correct option. No. C is the correct option. C is the correct option. Question 12. A curve is such that when y is equal to 0, s is equal to minus 2, or s is equal to 3. Find the equation of the curve. It is clear that the curve cuts the x-axis at s equal to minus 2 or s equal to 3. At this point, y is equal to 0. So we simply form equation using the solution. What actually produced s equal to minus 2 is s plus 2 equal to 0, and what produced s equal to 3 is s minus 3 equal to 0. So we'll go by reverse method. When you factorize or solve any quadratic equation, you have the last part. Now you have the last part back to the equation. These two terms can be multiplied and you equate it to 0. When you expand, you have s squared, that is s times s, s squared. S times minus 3, you have minus 3s, plus 2 times s, you have plus 2s, plus 2 times minus 3 is minus 6 equal to 0. If you add like terms, you have s squared minus s minus 6 equal to 0. Since y is equal to 0, you have y equal to s squared minus s minus 6. So D is the correct option. Question 13. The volume of a cylindrical tank 10 meters high is 385 cube meters. Find the diameter of the tank. Take pi equal 22 over 7. Diameter D is always twice radius, so the radius is needed first. Volume of the tank in form of cylinder is equal to pi r squared h. The volume is 385. This is pi. Radius is unknown. The height is 10. Multiply through by 7 to clear fraction. Notice that everything here is a single term. So you have 385 times 7 equal to 22 times r squared times 10. To get r squared first, divide both sides by 22 times 10. That is r squared equal to this, and that simplifies to 12.25. To get r from r squared, take the square root of both sides. So r is equal to root 12.25, and that is 3.5 meters. You are asked to find diameter. Diameter is equal to 2 times radius, that is 2.35, and you have 7 meters. C is the correct option. Question 14. The surface area of a sphere is 792 over 7 square centimeters. Find correct to the nearest whole number its volume. Solution. Before the volume, the radius is needed, which can be obtained using the surface area. For a sphere, surface area is equal to 4 pi r squared. Surface area is 792 over 7 equal to 4 times pi times r squared. Multiply through by 7 to clear fractions. When you do that, you have 792 equal to 4 times 22 times r squared. Divide both sides by 4 times 22 in order to get r squared first. So r squared is equal to this, and that is 9. To get r, take the root of both sides. R is equal to root 9, and that is 3 centimeters. Back to the volume, which is 4 over 3 pi r cubed. So you have 4 over 3 times pi 22 over 7 times r cubed. So you have 4 over 3 times 22 over 7. 3 cubed is 27. If you simplify, you have 2, 3, 7, 6 over 21. What happened there is that this okay, we just multiply directly. When you divide, you have 113.1428. To the nearest whole number, the volume is 113 cube centimeters. A is the correct option. Question 15. A piece of thread of length 21.4 cm is used to form a sector of a circle of radius 4.2 cm on a piece of cloth. Calculate correct to the nearest degree the angle of the sector. So you have the thread SY, and this thread is used to form a sector. So form a sector, you are asked to find the angle of the sector. Now SY is a piece of thread. The length is 21.4 cm. Now OA equal to OB is the radius. From the question, you have 4.2. So let's get length of arc AB. So length of arc is the length of the thread minus the 2 radii. That is 2 times 4.2. You have 21.4 minus 8.4, and that is 13 cm. Now that we know the length of arc, we can obtain the angle of the sector. To obtain the angle of the sector, we use the length of arc formula. The length is 13, theta is the angle, over 360 times 2 times 22 over 7 times radius 4.2. If you cancel out, you have 13 equal to theta over 90 first. 2 reduce this to 180, then 2 reduce this to 11 and reduces 180 to 90. So you have theta over 90 equal to 11 over 7 times 4.2. So clear the fractions by multiplying through by 90 times 7. You have it in this form. To get theta, divide both sides by 11 times 4.2. So theta is equal to this. If you multiply, you get this. You divide, you get this. To the nearest degree, you have 177 degrees. B is the correct option. Question 16. In the diagram, which of the following ratios is equal to Pn over Qn? We have two triangles here which are equal. You have PMN approximately equal to triangle PQR. So if you have Pn equal to PQ, it simply means that PM is over PR. Pn over PQ is equal to PM over PR. C is the correct option. Question 17. In the diagram, PS and ROS are tangents to the circle center O. Angle PSRO 70 degrees. Angle PORO equal to M. Angle PQRO equal to N. Find M plus N. Now, anytime a tangent intersects with a radius, the angle formed is 90 degrees. For that reason, angle SPO is equal to angle SRO equal to 90 degrees. That is this angle and this angle. If you look at quadrilateral POROS, 4 angles are there and their sum is 360. This is what I'm talking about. So you have M plus 90 plus 90 plus 70 equal to 360. If you add these 3 angles, you have M plus 250 degrees equal to 260 degrees. Collect like terms, you have M equal to 360 degrees minus 250 degrees, and that is 110 degrees. From circle geometry, angle at center is always twice angle at circumference. That means M is equal to 2n. And we want to get N. So N is 1 over 2m. That is 1 over 2 times 110, and you have 55 degrees. Therefore, M plus N is equal to 110 degrees plus 5 degrees, and that is 165 degrees. C is the correct option. Question 18. Find the value of T in the diagram. T is angle at center and is always equal to twice angle at circumference. So we get this angle with the help of 117 angles on a straight line. So you have angle SYZ plus angle SYW is equal to 180 degrees. SYZ YZ is 117 degrees plus angle SYW equal to 180 degrees. To get angle SYW, you transfer 117 to the right hand side and you have 180 degrees minus 117 degrees, and that is 63 degrees. Angle T is equal to 2 times angle SYW. Angle at center is twice angle at circumference. So T is equal to 2 times 3 degrees, and that is 126 degrees. C is the correct option. Question 19. In the diagram, P arrow is a tangent to the circle at center Q, at point Q. QT is parallel arrow S, angle SQ arrow equal to 35 degrees, and angle arrow SQ 50 degrees. Find the value of angle QST. QST. That is this angle, that is QST. So let's see what happened there. Solution: you are asked to find the value of QST. Now you can relate this angle to this angle in the same segment, angles in alternate segment, and because this line and this line, they are parallel, this angle 50 is equal to this angle alternate angles, because QT is parallel arrow S. So we have triangle QTS, we can get angle QST from there. So angle TQS is equal to angle QS arrow, that is 50 degrees alternate angles, and angle SQ arrow is equal to angle QTS, and that is 35 degrees angles in alternate segments in triangle QTS. If you add the three angles, their sum is 180, and in that place you have QST that you are asked to look for. So QST is equal to 180 minus 85. If you transfer sum of these two angles, and you have 95 degrees. D is the correct option. Question 20. The angles of a polygon are S, 2S, 2S, S plus 30 degrees, S plus 20 degrees, and S minus 10 degrees. Find the value of S. If you add all the angles, it is equal to the sum of interior angle of a regular polygon, that is 2n minus 4 times 90 degrees, or n minus 2 times 180 degrees. We have 6 angles, that means n is 6. So 2 times 6 is 12 minus 4 times 90 degrees. If you open the bracket, you have this result. If you add all the S, you have 8S, and the rest angles, you have plus 40 degrees equal to 720 degrees. 12 minus 4 is 8 times 90 degrees is 720 degrees. Collect like terms, you have 8S equal to 720 degrees minus 40 degrees, and you have 8S equal to 680 degrees. To get S, divide both sides by 8 and S is equal to 85 degrees. C is the correct option. Petakus Simplified Maths. If you are viewing and watching from YouTube, don't forget to subscribe, like and share PSM videos. If you are viewing and watching from Facebook, follow and like the page. Also share PSM videos. Question 21. If M and N are points, so M is minus 3, 8, that is the coordinate, and N is 5 minus 7 respectively, find the length MN. That is the distance between M and N. So the first coordinate, this is S1 and this is Y1. You have S2 and Y2. The length MN is obtained using this simple formula. So if you replace S1, S2, Y1, Y2 with what they stands for, okay, S1 is minus 3, S2 is 5. You subtract, then Y1 is 8 minus Y2 is minus 7. If you simplify, you have this. If you check the respective squares, minus 8 square is plus 64. 15 square is 225. If you add, you have the square root of 289, and that is 17 units. D is the correct option. Question 22. The equation of the line through the points 4, 2, minus 8 and minus 2 is 3y plus ps equal to q, where plus q, 3y plus ps plus q, where p and q are constants. Find the value of p. What you do here is simple. Form an equation using these 2 points and compare it with this. Such equation can be formed using point gradient form of equation. So from here, this is S1, you have Y1, this is S2 and Y2. If you put them in the formula, you have something like this. If you simplify, you have this. If you divide through the right hand side by minus 4, you have y minus 2 over s minus 4 equal to 1 over 3. Cross multiply to clear fractions. You have it in this form. If you open the bracket, you have this. So already 3y here corresponds to 3y that you have here. So you transfer minus 6 to the other side. So you have s minus 4 plus 6. That is 3y equal to s plus 2. If you compare here, p is the coefficient of s, and here you have 1. So p is equal to 1. A is the correct option. Question 23. The angle of elevation of the top of a tree from a point 27 meters away and on the same horizontal ground as the foot of the tree is 30 degrees. Find the height of the tree. This is the tree. Then you have the foot. Somebody is here viewing, and you have angle of elevation. So this diagram illustrates the information. To get height, if you consider the angle 30 with 27, which is adjacent, then height is opposite, you must have tan 30 equal to h over 27. To get h, you clear the fractions and you have h equal to 27 times tan 30 degrees. The answer you have, they are expressed in short form, so you have to use special angles. Special angles for 30 degrees. That is looking at sine, cosine, and tan. But the special angle of tan 30 is simply 1 over root 3. Now, you need to rationalize this root. To do that, you use root 3 to multiply 1 and you have root 3, and root 3 to multiply root 3 and you have 3. So you have 27 times root 3 over 3. Divide 27 by 3, you have 9 root 3. D is the correct option. Question 24. If tan s is equal to 4 over 3, you have 0 degrees, less than s, less than 90 degrees. This means that s is an acute angle. Find the value of sine s minus cos s. So we have tan s to be this, opposite over adjacent. To evaluate sine and cosine, the hypotenuse is needed. So with the information about tangent, you draw a right angle triangle with acute angle s. So the opposite is 4, adjacent is 3. By Pythagoras rule, hypotenuse is 5. So sine s is opposite over hypotenuse, that is 4 over 5. Cos s, adjacent over hypotenuse, that is 3 over 5. Therefore, sine s minus cos s is equal to 4 over 5 minus 3 over 5. You have like fractions. You simply subtract the numerators and you have 4 minus 3 over 5, and that is 1 over 5. B is the correct option. Question 25. Given that y is 20 meters on a bearing of 300 degrees from S, how far is south of y is S? Solution. From this question, the position of y depends on S. From the word from, you start from S. What it means that if you decide to write your S cardinal point somewhere here, the bearing is 300. 300 is in the 4th quadrant. That means you have y somewhere here. So you see why S is shifted to this point, because we are considering the bearing. The distance is 20 meters. Now, how far south? This is south of y. If you trace down, it will meet with the west of S. So a right angle triangle is formed. You are looking for D. How far is the south of y is S? So considering D and 20 meters, this is opposite and this is hypotenuse. You have sine 30 degrees equal to opposite D over hypotenuse 20. So D is 20 times sine 30, which is 0.5. If you multiply, you have 10 meters. A is the correct option. 26. The mean of 1, 3, 5, 7, and S is 4. Find the value of S. Here you have ungrouped data, and the mean is computed using this. mean S bar is equal to sum of the data point over number of times the data occur. So the mean is 4. Summation means you add 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus S over 5. 5 times 4, 20. If you add this, you cannot add to S now. You have 16 plus S. Collect like terms, you have S equal to 20 minus 16, and that is equal to 4. B is the correct option. Question 27. Find the median of 2, 1, 0, 3, 1, 1, 4, 0, 1, and 7. Median for ungrouped data is the middle number or numbers when the data are arranged either in ascending or descending order. So in median, what you do first is to rearrange the numbers or data following particular order. I prefer ascending order. So this is ascending order. From here, you have even total. For that, you have two numbers in the middle, and the median is the average of the two numbers. Average means you add them 1 plus 1 divided by 2, that is 2 over 2 equal to 1. So you have C as the correct option. The table shows the distribution of goals scored by 25 teams in a football competition. Use it to answer questions 28 and 29. So you have question 28. Calculate the probability that a team selected at random scored at most 4 goals. We are interested in the team, not the goal per se. You get that? So solution: probability at most 3 goals means frequency of team, that is the frequency of the team that scored 3 goals. The word at most means those that scored 2 goals, 3 goals, and 1 goal respectively. So you move from 2 to 3 to 1, plus frequency of those, the teams that scored 2 goals, plus the frequency of the teams or team that scored 1 goal over total number of teams. Those that score 3 goals, they are 6. Those that score 2 goals, 1. Those that scored 1 goal is 3. So you have 6 plus 1 plus 3 over 25 total teams. If you add, you have 10 over 25. When you divide by 5, you have 2 over 5. D is the correct option. 29. Find the probability that a team selected at random scored either 4 or 7 goals. This shows addition rule of probability. So you have probability either 4 or 7 goals is equal to probability 4 goals plus probability 7 goals. And this means frequency of the team that scored 4 goals over total team plus frequency of the team that scored 7 goals over total team. Those that score 4 goals, they are 6. Those that score 7 goals, they are 3. That is 6 over 25 plus 3 over 25. You have like fractions. you simply add the numerators and you have 9/25. A is the correct option. In the diagram, WSYZ is a rectangle with dimension 8 cm by 6 cm. P, Q, arrow, and S are midpoints of the sides of the rectangle as shown. Use this information to answer questions 30 and 31. Question 30. What type of quadrilateral is the shaded region? Quadrilateral are four-sided figures, and the one shaded is a rhombus. A rhombus, all the sides are equal, so rhombus is different from kite. Here you have rhombus. D is the correct option. Petakus Simplified Maths. If you are viewing and watching from YouTube, don't forget to subscribe, share, and like PSM videos. If you are viewing from Facebook, follow and like the page for more updates, and also share PSM videos. Question 31. Calculate the area of the part of the rectangle that is not shaded. Solution. Area of the part not shaded is simply equal to half of the total area. That is 1/2 times length. The length is 8 and the breadth is 6. If you multiply and divide by 2, you have 24 square centimeters. B is the correct option. Question 32. The total surface area of a hemisphere is 75 pi square centimeters. Find its radius. Solution. Total surface area of a hemisphere is given by 3 pi arrow square. That area in the question is 75 pi, which is equated to 3 pi arrow squared. You can divide through by 3 pi and you have 25 equal to arrow squared. To get arrow, take the square root of both sides, and arrow is equal to square root of 25, and that is 5 centimeters. A is the correct option. Question 33. Find the value of s for which s minus 5 over s bracket open s minus 1 bracket close is undefined. The expression is undefined if the denominator is equated to 0. So you have s bracket open s minus 1 bracket close equal to 0. You equate each factor to 0 and you have s equal to 0 or s minus 1 equal to 0. If you transfer the constant term minus 1 to the right hand side, you simply have s equal to 0 or 1. D is the correct option. Question 34. Solve the equation 2s squared minus s minus 6 equal to 0. By the method of factorization, if you compare the given equation with the general quadratic equation of as squared plus bs plus c equal to 0, you will agree with me that a is equal to 2, coefficient of s squared, b is equal to minus 1, coefficient of s, c is equal to minus 6, the constant term. And by this method, whenever a is not equal to 1, you look for AC. That is the product of a and c. 2 times minus 6, that is minus 12. Now your attention is now on 12, not 6. So you look for two factors of 12 that the sum is minus 1 in S and the product is minus 12. Such factors are minus 4 plus 3 in S. What you do is that you write the two factors in S and replace the middle term with the two factors. The purpose is to have 4 terms that are factorized by grouping. The first 2 terms take the first group, the last 2 terms the second group. From the first group, 2s is common. If you factor it out, you are left with s minus 2 plus, from the second group, 3 is common. If you factor it out, you are left with s minus 2 in bracket equal to 0. S minus 2 is common. If you factor it out from the first group, 2s is remaining and plus 3 is left in the second group, which forms the other bracket, and you equate it to 0. At this point, you equate each term to 0, that is s minus 2 equal to 0 or 2s plus 3 equal to 0. If you transfer the constant terms respectively, you have s equal to 2 or 2s equal to minus 3. You have to divide the second term by 2 to have s. Therefore, s is equal to 2 or minus 3 over 2. A is the correct option. Question 35. Factorize completely the expression bracket open s plus 2 bracket close all squared minus bracket open 2s plus 1 bracket close all squared. You simply see this as difference of two squares. So let's take a square minus b square as a case study. When factorized, you have this expression. So in the given expression, take a as s plus 2 and b as 2s plus 1. So this is a minus b times a again plus b. You open this bracket with this minus sign and you have s plus 2 minus 2s minus 1. If you open the second bracket, you have s plus 2 plus 2s plus 1. If you add like terms in both brackets, you have minus s plus 1 and 3s plus 3. If you stop here, the answer is not yet available. You continue the simplification process. We can interchange this to be 1 minus s. From the second group, you can factor out 3 and you have 3 into s plus 1. If you write this first, followed by 1 minus s. So D is the correct option. Question 36. Find the nth term of the sequence 2 times 3, 4 times 6, 8 times 9, 16 times 12. Each term has 2 terms. So let's take it term by term. Let's compare the first term all through. That is 2. You have 4. You can express 4 as 2 square. You can express 8 as 2 power 3. You can express 16 as 2 power 4. So you have 2 power 1, power 2, 3, 4. So you can have 2 power n. That will give the first term in each term. Then second term in each term, you have 3. Now you have 6. 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 1 is 3. You have 9. 3 times 3 is 9. You have 12. 3 times 4 is 12. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4 is also present. So you can use 3n to obtain the second term in each term. Put together, you have B as the correct option. Question 37. If 3s equal to 4 modulo 5, find the least value of s. Solution. You can do this using 2 approaches. The first one is that in modulo 5, you list some multiples of 5. You have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and so on. Now, from these multiples, you look for the least multiple that when you add it to this 4, 3 can divide it without remainder. So 5 will give us that multiple. So you have 4 plus 5 is equal to 9. Divide 9 by 3, you have 3. Now, you can still use 10. If you add 10 to 4, okay, that is not possible. You try 15, is not possible. You try 20, 20 is possible. If you add 20 to 4, you have 24. Divide by 3, you have 8. Now, we have the option of 5 and 8, but you are asked to find the least. So, between 5 and 20 now, not 8. Between 5 and 20, the least there is 5. So, it is 5 that is to be added to 4. When divided by 3, there is no remainder. So, the result is 3. Or you think of a number that 3 can multiply when divided by 4. When divided by 5, the remainder is 4. Think of a number that will replace s here. So if 3 multiply that number, you divide by 5, the remainder is 4. That number is 3. 3 times 3 is 9. You divide 9 by 5, you have remainder 4. You can also have 8. 8 can be there. 8 times 3 is 24. Divide by 5, you have 4, remainder 4. Now looking at 3 and 8, the least there is 3. So either of these two options can give us the correct option of C. Question 38. The solution of s plus 2 greater than equal to 2s plus 1 is illustrated on the number line as. You have to solve the inequality first. So when you solve, you collect like terms. You have 2 minus 1 greater than equal to 2s minus s. If you subtract, you have 1 greater than s. S is usually on the left hand side. If you interchange the position of s and 1, the symbol of inequality also changes. So if 1 is greater than or equal to s, then s is less than or equal to 1. So you check the diagram. The given symbol here is weak. For weak symbol, we make use of tick circle or tick dot as you have here. Less than or equal to 1, it means from 1 and you move towards your left. So A is the correct option. Question 39. If P and Q are two statements, under what condition would if P then Q be false? If P then Q be false. That is only possible when the first statement is true and the second is false. So you have B. If P is true and Q is false, then if P then Q becomes false. B is the correct option. Question 40. The diagram shows a trapezium inscribed in a semicircle. If O is the midpoint of WZ and WS equal to SY equal to YZ, calculate the value of M. Now, WOZ is equal to 180 angle WOZ. That is angles on a straight line. And this expression is given to us. That means the three angles are equal. Since you have three angles in that place, you divide 180 by 3. That means each angle is 60 degrees. For us to find M, we need to consider triangle ZOY, and that triangle is isosceles triangle because you have equal radii. So by that, the base angles are equal. Base angles are equal. So angle OYZ is equal to angle OZY equal to M. So we have two angles. The base angles are equal. You have this as the base angle. One angle is here, another angle is here. So already this angle is 60 degrees. So if you add the three angles, the sum is 180 degrees. So in triangle ZOY, if you add the three angles, the sum is equal to 180 degrees. So you have 60 degrees plus M equal to 180 degrees. So 2M equal to 180 minus 60 degrees, and that is 120 degrees. To get M, divide both sides by 2. M is equal to 60 degrees. B is the correct option. Petakus Simplified Maths. If you are viewing and watching from YouTube, don't forget to subscribe, like and share PSM videos. If you are viewing and watching from Facebook, follow and like the page. Also share PSM videos. Question 41. Find the interquartile range of 1, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 16. One thing you must make sure is that the data are arranged in ascending or descending order. We already have ascending order here, so no other rearrangement is needed. Interquartile range is equal to the third quartile or upper quartile denoted by Q3 minus first or lower quartile denoted by Q1. Now Q3 simply means 3/4 times the total distribution. So here we have 11 data points. You have 3 over 4 times 11, and that gives 8.25 position. That means after the data in the 8th position, because of the fraction, you shift to the one in the 9th position, that is 12. For Q1, you have 1 over 4 times 11, that is 2.75. So after the 2nd position, you shift to the 3rd position and you have 4 there. So therefore, interquartile range is simply 12 minus 4 equal to 8. C is the correct option. Question 42. Donations during launching of a church project were sent in sealed envelopes. The table shows the distribution of the amount of money in the envelope. Number of envelopes, you have 4. The amount there is 5,000 naira in each of the 4 envelopes. 7 is 2,000, 20 is 1,000, 9 envelopes, 7 naira each, 4 envelopes, 500 naira each, and so on. How much was the total donations? First, here you have 4 envelopes. Each envelope contains 5,000 naira. So the 4 envelopes contain 20,000. That is 4 times 5,000 plus 7 times 2,000 and so on. By the time you multiply and add, you have 62,972 naira. D is the correct option. Question 43. In the diagram, PQ is a straight line. M plus N is equal to 110 degrees. N plus arrow is equal to 130 degrees, and M plus arrow equal to 120 degrees. Find the ratio of M to N to arrow. From the question, we already have 3 equations. M plus N equal to 110, N plus arrow 130, M plus arrow 120, all in degrees. So from here, let us see what happens next. Solution continue. If you observe very well, you see that the addition of equation 1 and 3 can produce equation 2. So you add equation 1 and 3 side by side. So you take M plus M is 2M, then N plus arrow in this form, 110 plus 120, you have 230 degrees. You see that what you have here is equation 2, and equation 2 is equal to 130 degrees. So you have 2M equal to 2M plus 130 degrees equal to 230 degrees. Collect like terms, you have 2M equal to this, and which simplifies to 100 degrees. To get M, divide both sides by 2, and M is equal to 50. We can get N by replacing M with 50 in equation 1. Then we get arrow from equation 3. So this is equation 1. You replace M with 50 degrees. N becomes 110 minus 50 degrees and that is 60 degrees. Then this is equation 3. You replace m with 50 degrees plus arrow equal to 120 degrees. Arrow is therefore 120 degrees minus 50 degrees, and that is 70 degrees. So you have m ratio n ratio arrow is equal to 50 ratio 60 ratio 70. Divide through by 10. You have 5 ratio 6 ratio 7. D is the correct option. Question 44. If s ratio y is equal to 1 over 4 ratio 3 over 8 and y ratio z is equal to 1 over 3 ratio 4 over 9, find s ratio z. We can have the two expression as two equations, equation 1 and 2. Now let's try and clear the fractions first. In equation 1, you multiply through by 8 to clear fractions, and equation 2 multiply through by 9 to clear fractions. So you have s ratio y is equal to 2 ratio 3 after 8 might have multiplied through. Then equation 2 becomes s ratio z y ratio z equal to 3 ratio 4. Now we have to find s ratio z. That means you need to make y the same, and y is already the same. You have 3, 3. They are the same. Or we can simply write it as s ratio y ratio z. So y still need to be the same because y appeared in both equations. Since y is already the same for s, take 2, y is ratio 3, then to ratio 4 for z. And we are interested in s ratio z, that is 2 ratio 4. Divide through by 2, you have 1 ratio 2. D is the correct option. Question 45. Find the mean deviation of 20, 30, 25, 40, 35, 50, 45, 40, 20, and 45. Some data points appeared more than once, so we have to treat this data as data involving frequency. Mean deviation is obtained as summation of f times the absolute value of s minus the mean over summation of f. So we take s as the data point, then f 20 appear twice, 25 appear once, and so on. Then we simply get fs in order to obtain this mean part of the problem, because s bar mean is summation fs over summation f. So we need to get fs, and you multiply s by f, that is 20 times 2, 40, 25 times 1, 25, and so on. So you add f column and fs column, you have 10 as the total of f and 350 as the total for fs. Therefore, the mean is 350 over 10, and that is 35. So for the mean deviation, you have to calculate s minus s bar first. So you have 20 minus 35, that is minus 15. So you subtract the mean from each value of s, and that gives you this column. Next is to check the absolute value. So this symbol of absolute value simply converts all negative numbers to positive number and the ones that are positive remain positive. So absolute value of minus 15 becomes plus 15. That of minus 10 becomes 10. Minus 5 becomes 5, and so on. Then you have f times the next color. That is f multiplying this color, you get this color. 2 times 15, 30. 1 times 10 is 10, and so on. And when you add, you have 90. So therefore, mean deviation is 90 divided by 10, and that is 9. B is the correct option. Question 46. M and N are two subsets of the universal set. If the number of elements in universal set, they are 48, number of elements in subset M 20, and that of N is 30, and the union is 40, find the intersection prime. Find the intersection prime. First, we have to get the intersection of M and N before the prime. And from a simple rule for two subsets, the number of elements in the union of M and N is equal to number of elements in the first subset M plus number of elements in the second subset minus number of elements in their intersection. So you have 40 equal to 20 plus 30 minus the intersection. So you have so the intersection, if you take it to the left, it becomes positive. 20 plus 30 is 50. If you transfer 40, it becomes minus 40. If you subtract, you have 10. To get the complement, the complement of the intersection, you subtract the intersection of M and N from the universal set. That is 48 minus 10, and you have 38. Now, in other words, the complement simply means the elements that are in set M intersection N, but they are not present in the other side of it. So you subtract the intersection of the two sets from the universal set. That gives the complement of the intersection of M and N. Question 47. Express 0.612 in the form s over y, where s and y are integers and y is not equal to 0. So you simply convert this decimal number to ordinary or common fraction, and that is simply 612 over 1000. If you reduce using 4 to divide, you have 153 over 250. So it's now in the form of s over y, and you have A as the correct option. Question 48. In the diagram, PQ is parallel to ROS. Find S in terms of Y and Z. This is the diagram. In order to find S in terms of Y and Z, we need to do some adjustment. Of course, this is Y is here, Y is here. Now if you can get this angle and get this angle, if we add the two, we can equate to Y. Then from there we can express S. in terms of y and s. Now already you see that s plus this angle c is equal to 180, sum of angles on a straight line, so let's take it from there. Okay, so sum of what I said earlier, you have same thing here. This is the same diagram. Now you have b plus z. If you add this angle to this angle is equal to 180, sum of interior opposite angles. So let's make b this, because we don't need a, b, c. So we always make the subject in order to replace them as we continue. Again, c plus s equal to 180 degrees, sum of angles on a straight line. In order for c to be deleted, you have to make it the subject. Now y is equal to b plus c, exterior angle equal to sum of two opposite interior angles. So we have y equal to, already you know b is this, you replace b with what it stands for. Now c is this, you replace c with what it stands for. So if you add 180 plus 180, you have 360, then minus z minus y. We have to find s in terms of y and z, meaning s to stand alone. So if you take minus s to the left hand side, it becomes plus s, and if you transfer plus y in, it becomes minus y. So s is equal to 360 degrees minus y minus z. D is the correct option. Question 49. The diagonals of a rhombus WSYZ intersect at M if MW equal to 5 cm and MS equal to 12 cm. Calculate the perimeter. This is the structure of a rhombus, and perimeter is the distance round the rhombus. But if you're able to get L, since all the sides are equal, if you're able to get L, multiply it by 4, that gives the perimeter. So this is the point of intersection. You have M, W, S, Y, Z. So you were given that MW is 5, then MS is 12. So we obtain L using Pythagoras rule by considering triangle WMS, and L is equal to 13 centimeters. Therefore, perimeter is equal to 4 times 13, and that is 52 centimeters. C is the correct option. Question 50. The graphs of y equal to s squared and y equal to s intersect at which of these points? Of course, we have two equations here, quadratic and linear, and it follows that the left hand side is equal to y. By that, it means that the right hand side are also equal, that is s squared equal to s. If you rearrange, you have s squared minus s equal to 0. You factor out s, you have s bracket open, s minus 1 bracket close equal to 0. If you equate each factor to 0, you have s equal to 0, or s minus 1 equal to 0. Therefore, s is equal to 0 or 1. So we also get y values. And let us use equation 2. Use equation 2 to do that easily. Now you can use any equation, let's say equation 2 or equation 1. Equation 1 is there. Now when s is equal to 0, this is equation 1. 0 square is 0, so it means y is equal to 0. So you have this one point of intersection. When s is equal to 1, you go back to equation 1. S squared, that is 1 squared, is 1. That means y is equal to 1. This is another point of intersection. So therefore A is the correct option. Petakus Simplified Maths. If you are viewing and watching from YouTube, ensure that you subscribe to the channel, like and share PSM videos. If you are watching and viewing from Facebook, follow and like the page. Also share PSM videos. Lastly, there is every need for you to be saved so that your future can be guaranteed. To do that, you have to give your life to the Lord Jesus Christ, because he is the only one that has the power to save anyone. You simply confess him as your Lord and personal Savior every day of your life. If you are saved already, congratulations. Live righteously and be prepared, because on the last day some will be taken and some will be left. Take good care of yourself, stay out of trouble, study your books, do the needful at all times, flee every appearance of evil, don't defraud others to make money, use your hands and your brain to work genuinely and legally, and the Lord will bless you. Goodbye.